who you with, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak on it. Welcome to Speak on it. I'm welcome to Speak on it. Welcome to Speak on it. I'm welcome to Speak on it. Welcome to Speak on it. I'm welcome to Speak. Welcome to Speak. Welcome to Speak. I'm 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 who you with, Kirk, dog. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kurt Dog. I'm who you with, Kurt Dog. Want to welcome everyone to the show. Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, D Live is in the house. Even Instagram is in the house. Want to make sure I have Instagram live up right. Okay, cool. We are straight on Instagram. So welcome y'all to the show. Hopefully y'all had a great weekend and remain safe out there. Because the coronavirus is still spreading. So hopefully you're remaining safe, you and your family, and enjoying the sunshine while we have it. So I'm going to hit a couple of stories tonight. I'm not going to be long, but I'm going to be strong. So the civil rights attorney, Lee Merritt, we're going to talk about him a little bit. And Lee, if you are watching, definitely tune in, and you can actually chime in because I'm glad you made that call to do what you're doing, and you're welcome to come on the show and use it for a avenue to let people know what you're going to stand for in Texas. Also, Miami Beach, state of emergency. Yeah, spring break. Then we're going to talk about John Holian. He's a headmaster at this Catholic school. Yeah, we're going to talk about him too. And then I just ran across this story not too long ago. Donna Outlaw. Yeah, some people say there's no difference between black and white laws, but we're going to break it down with Donna Outlaw, what his case. So we'll talk about that also. Um, you can chime in with us. You can chat live with us, no matter what platform you own. If it's your first time listening, just put in the chat where you're listening from. We have people from all over, all the way from the U.S. all the way over to I think we've seen man in England, and we always have radio from Canada on, and several other people from Canada. So definitely chime in. Let us know where you are watching it. Don't be afraid. The show is for everyone. You can come in, tune in. Only thing we ask that you be respectful. Be respectful, and also no conspiracy theory. Um, and please do not add any links on the chat because I won't look at them. I will delete them. So don't do it. Oh, excuse me. So came out yesterday, I believe, when I seen the story that civil rights attorney Lee Merritt have decided to run for Texas Attorney General. Ken Patson, you gotta go. Like I told you, I don't care who it is. I'm supporting whoever running against you because you need to go. You need to go. We also need somebody who's going to step up for lieutenant governor. Get Dan Patrick out as well as Greg Abbott. They both need to go. So If you are running for any of these positions, reach out to me. We can get a show built around you. For you can come on here and let the people know what are you going to do for us in this great state of Texas, as well as this great country, because the clowns that we have in Austin right now, they all need to go because they haven't done nothing for nobody except for them and their followers. We need leaders that's going to be for everyone in the state of Texas, and not just for the ones that vote for them. So you need to be able to be equal for everyone, and that's one of the things that Lee Merritt have vowed to do, to be a leader for everyone in the state of Texas, and not just for any particular race, but everyone. So we definitely need to look at that, and I stand behind this brother. Now I'm gonna tell you, as I was surprised when he came out with it. Um, I'm not completely sold, but I'm supporting him because we need to get Ken Patson out. Now, if somebody else come up, um, I'm gonna look at them also. I see Lee Merritt all the time standing up for families that is voiceless because they get overlooked. But because of the work that he do in the community across this world, standing up for people that have civil rights that have been violated, I'm pushing more toward him. But like I said, it's early in the game. I'm not 100% sold on him, but I'm leaning toward it. Now that's my opinion. It depends on who else come along, because if someone else come along that I feel is a better candidate, I will get around them. I'm not knocking anything the brother is doing, for the simple fact I like the work that he doing so far. Just standing up for the people that is voiceless. A lot of these cases that happen in the world, if it wasn't from him, we probably wouldn't know anything about it. Between him and um, attorney Ben Crump, so between them, yeah, we need somebody who's going to be for everyone in the state of Texas, and not like the clowns that we currently have. So yeah, we definitely need to rally behind this brother, or if another candidate come along, we need to rally behind them also, because these clowns that we have now, they don't care about none of us. Welcome to the show, T Cal. Happy Sunday to you. Yes, it is Sunday Fun Day. You must know I wear my shirt on Sundays, Sunday Fun Day. So, welcome to the show. Um, T Cal said, whatever and whoever can take these fools out, I'm down. I'm down for it too. Welcome to the show, the Nerd Lounge, 804, listening on Instagram. You can also chat live with us. If you want to get a better experience, you can click the link in my link tree and come over to YouTube. It'll be much better. Whatever you put in the chat, we can put it up on the stream. So, uh, T Cal said, I'll be watching. I'm gonna be watching too, and I'm gonna be paying attention. I know everybody gonna have a say so about it, but we need someone to run that can beat these clowns that we have in office, just like we did Trump back in November. We got to get them out. I don't know about y'all, but I had enough of these clowns, especially Ken Patson. He need to get out of office for he can stand trial for the two alleged charges up against him. One is the fraud that was done up in Collin County. He need to stand trial for that. It's been 5 years and still haven't gone to court. He keep want to change his court dates and change the court that he's trying to fight it in. Last I heard is back in Collin County. Then he turned around, was charged last, investigated by the FBI for abusing his power of office. So why do we need a leader like that? That's not a leader. That's a thug. So yeah, we definitely need to get rid of them. So uh, Attorney Lee Merritt, like I said, you can reach out to me. We can bring you on the show. Give however much time you need. You're welcome to come on here and take it, because we need to change the way Texas is looking. Because according to them, Ken Patson, he went and filed all the bogus lawsuit trying to overthrow the election and had no evidence of any fraud. The only fraud that came out was for people that voted twice for Trump. They the only ones. And you filing all these lawsuits for what? So yeah, Ken Patson need to go. He definitely need to go. Just like Greg Abbott and Dan Patrick too. All of them wrote thuggish. They do things that is just not right. You saying you for the people, we could go down the line. None of them is right. Dan Patrick talking about I give $1 million for anybody who proved fraud in the election. I take it out of my campaign fund. Have you paid Pennsylvania yet? I believe that was the city that discovered a couple of frauds. Unfortunately, they voted for Trump. Have you paid them yet? Inquiry minds want to know. Then Greg Abbott changing his executive order. He ain't about that life. He's all about himself. So yeah, we need to get him out of office. So Attorney Lee Merritt, I'm behind you. I stand behind you. But I will say it's early in the race. Depends on who else come up. Right now, he have my vote. If he's the only one that's going to run up against him, he have my vote. Anybody else, I gotta check your background because I gotta know what you're doing for the people. I see what Attorney Lee Merritt is doing. So yes, right now he has my vote, but that can always change. So if anybody is running for any elected office here in Texas, definitely reach out to me. We'll bring you on. Bring you on, and we're going to ask you the hard question because we're not going to let you come on here and just talk. No, we're going to ask questions. We're going to allow the people to ask you questions. Why is it that we should vote for you? We need to know why should we vote for you? Now, Lee Merritt, we seen what he doing. Everybody else is going to be a hard one, but I'm transparent. I'm open to if someone else coming up trying to run, I'm gonna listen to them, see what they're about. I'm gonna do my research on them. But right now, Lee Merritt is the man. He's the man. I feel like he, even a professor from SMU, if I'm not mistaken, came on the news and said Ken Patson probably gonna lose this race. He's probably gonna lose. With someone like Lee Merritt running against him, yeah, he's probably gonna lose. So we need to send him packing for he could go and do his time in prison. So yeah, I'm all for it. Anybody who could beat the Three Stooges, Greg Abbott, Dan Patrick, Ken Paxton, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. It don't matter to me. Anybody. Like I said with Trump, if it was Buzz Bunny and Tweety Bird running against him, I'll vote for them. But we need to make a change here in Texas. We need to make sure they know exactly where we stand. And as of right now, I'm behind Attorney Lee Merritt. So definitely do your homework, pay attention to it because I'm saying I'm behind him now. It depends on who else come in, but it's going to be some big shoes to follow. You're going to have to come with it. You need to come with a long resume telling us what have you done for the people. We see what Lee Merritt have done and continue to do. So yeah, so definitely let's look at that. If y'all just not tuning in, you are listening to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. I'm Who You With Kurt Dog. You can live chat with us in the chat room. You can also if you want to call, you can call 972-591-3665, 972-591-3665. because I understand they get hard sometimes trying to type and listen to the show at the same time. So if you want to call in, feel free to call in. But like I say all the time, be respectful. Be respectful, and come with facts. No conspiracy theory, because my hang up game is real strong. Welcome to the show, Radio Chaos, my brother from Canada. Hopefully you had a good weekend and um ooh wee. So I don't know if you just not tuning in radio. But hopefully we got one of those clowns out of office, Ken Patson. Um we got attorney Lee Merritt running, said he's gonna run for attorney general. So hopefully we could get him out. Which would be great for me. For the simple fact, we can have somebody who's going to be for everybody and not just for a certain class of folks. Y'all must remember, Ken Patson also is the one, when the pandemic hit, he made an executive order to stop the foreclosure. It wasn't for the people, it was to help his homeboy out that was about to lose his property. That's what that was for. Read the story. He wanted to go to court and represent him, all because one of his largest donor to his campaign needed a little help. Do you think he would have done it for you? All these people that have lost their homes? Nah, he wouldn't have done it for you. Okay. Um, that's interesting. Said I just found out a member of parliament introduced Bill C-273, our first ever bill toward a national guarantee base income. That's kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that down if I could do some research on that. And I'm gonna have to come back on that one because that will be pretty good on that one. Um, which I feel like they, as much as we spend for stuff, um, I feel where our minimum wage is at, it's just not good enough. It's very low. Um, Very low. TCAL as how would that work? Oh, okay. Said it's just that the first step, long way to go on that. Um TCAL said America would never go for that. We too greedy. Exactly. Long as they keep us poor, they can keep us working. Mm, exactly. That's how that coming out. So uh man, this is we know it's spring break in a lot of places, and a lot of people have gone on trips. I believe they said in the last 10 days, their TSA have seen over 1 million travelers per day going through the airports. And there's nothing wrong with it. I've seen some of the videos of different things. Um, Before, when I did the my research earlier, um, of course, it's a state of emergency in Miami Beach, and it was good until the 30th. Um, Good until the 30th, but looked like a couple of hours ago they extended until April the 11th. So a state of emergency in Miami Beach until April the 11th. Now the thing else, they just had the Super Bowl. Um, I think the Trump rally or something. The the CPAC or something was there, but they've been having a lot of things going on in Miami, and now spring break. And as the elected officials there are saying that their numbers are increasing. There have been over, I think, when I read last time, over 1,000 people been arrested since February the 3rd in Miami Beach. They officers spraying pepper balls. Um, they're spraying pepper balls to break up the crowds to enforce the emergency curfew. There's a curfew from 8 o'clock at night till in the morning. Um, um, I think it was over 350 felons arrest was made during this time, and people just balling out, just wilding out there. Large crowds. Um they called these crowds like at a rock concert. It's packed from wall to wall. Most of them not wearing masks. But people, and they're all coming from different part of the country. Matter of fact, when I did my research, it was a total of 900 arrests, but it's over 1,000 now. Um, and most of the people that been arrested is not from Miami. They from other part of the country. So it's really a sad situation because people are not taking it serious enough where it's a big problem. Just because your state have may have lifted up their mask mandate does not mean that we out of the woods yet. A lot of people haven't been vaccinated yet. Even if you have, you can still catch COVID. I know a person, uh, a good friend of mine. They had one shot, turned around and got COVID. So you can still catch it, but some of these folks don't realize that you can still catch it. They just feel like, oh, they raised the mask mandate. Um, I don't have to worry about it. I'm good. It's over. No, it's not over. Because what's going to happen in a couple of weeks when the numbers shoot back up and they have to put us on lockdown again? Blame yourself. Blame yourself. When your loved ones having to do GoFundMe's to be able to bury you, that's your fault. Nobody told you to do it. I understand we all want to get out. Hell, my wife and I normally take 2 or 3 vacation a year, and we only went on one last year before the shutdown. We're overdue for it. I would love to go on vacation, but it's not worth my life though. And to go to some of these cities having these parties the way that they are, it's not good. Definitely not good. Um, T Cal said, don't care this why super spreaders all over the place. Have my husband check temper tear that dough. It's not a game. You're right. I don't blame him. I do not blame him. for the simple fact, I don't know where you've been. If you're offended by it, don't come by. That's the way I see it. If you're offended by me checking your temperature, don't come by. That's the best way to solve that. So, um, yes, I read that today. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was a super spreader there. I think you mentioned that last week, and I'm just not seeing the story today. So, yeah, it was a super spreader at Mar-a-Lago. Um, an outbreak. Yeah, but see what's going to happen because Trump is not the president no more. You may not hear about it no more. But once again, this thing is serious. A lot of people have died from it. A lot of people have complications still from it. And people think this is all a game, but it's not. Excuse me. Um, this is not a game. This is very serious. We're still um, in a very bad situation. Yeah, sometimes the numbers go down, sometimes they go up, but we still need to be mindful and protect ourselves, regardless of what someone may tell us. We still need to protect ourselves and our families. Um, so, so basically, Miami have decided to shut things down at 8 o'clock at night. They are arresting people. I think somebody even fired a gun there, um, which is unnecessary. And let's talk about these shootings because since our governor, well, our dictator, Greg Abbott, had raised the mask mandate and opened everything back up, it been all type of shootings going on. Young lady lost her life the other night at a club here in Dallas. Um, think it was last night or the night before. Somebody shooting at Six Flags. Then you have just random shooting going on. I understand people is happy to get back out. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's no use to get an attitude with somebody. I'm one of those type of people, confrontation, I don't do. I'll walk away. And a lot of people is not strong enough to just walk away from stuff like that. They prefer to get into it with someone instead of walking away. I understand we've been on lockdown for a while. Well, most of us been on lockdown for a while, but it's still no reason to uh because someone cut you off, someone step on your shoe. I don't know what the situation is, but just because Greg Abbott raised the mask mandate does not mean you could go into the private business and not wear one. We are all in this together. Let's work together to solve this. And getting upset at someone is unnecessary. My thing, why are you taking the gun to the club? Upscale club, from my understanding. You taking the gun in there. And from my understanding, they have metal detectors. Then you take a gun to Six Flags. Why? Did somebody cut in line where you felt like the only way of solving it is pulling out your gun? I don't understand it. So yeah, we all need to do better. Um, and I'm gonna say this: we're all having some mental issues, even if you feel like you're not. Yes, we all are. And the best thing you could do is get help. Get help. If you working, go to your HR. Ask them about the EAP program, Employee Assistant Program. Ask them about that. Then turn around and take advantage of it. It's free. You could get counseling for free. So yeah, let's work on that. We got to be able to get along. We're all in this together. We're not going to always agree and won't always get along. But it's okay to walk off. Um, yes, I mentioned that last week. I think it was Thursday with I think it was Thursday with Miss Risky. I mentioned that there's a couple here in Texas that said they would charge $50 if you question them about why they should wear a mask. Uh, yeah, well, you said, did you see that Texas store on the sign, $50 if I have to explain why masks are mandatory, 75 if I have to hear why you disagree. I didn't hear that part, but it's their rights. It's their business. It's their business. And if you that's just like on the menu. So the thing is, it may sound funny game, and some people probably gonna try it. But if you order from there and you see that extra charge on there on your bill, you know why. It's nothing you can say. There's the sign right there. Um, but you still chose to ask why. That's their business. Please do not try to run somebody else's business. That's just like going into somebody's house and you trying to tell them how to run their household, where you just visiting and you made a choice to come there. So you made the choice to come there. You got to follow by their rules. You're not paying no bills there. Um, yeah, so that's crazy that business have to do that because people don't respect other people property. Don't respect people decisions. They feel like they always have to agree with them, and that's not the case. Sorry about that. My wife gave me some tea, and that is good. I don't really I drink mostly water, but today I kind of had taste for some tea or something, and it's actually pretty good. Um, so yeah, uh, for the ones, if you know somebody in Miami, encourage them to get tested once they get back, because Miami is just it's not good in Miami right now. Encourage your family member if they went to Miami for spring break. Encourage them to go get tested, because if not, they could definitely come back and affect you and your household if they are positive. It's best to know than not to know and mess around and kill your whole family. Um, you're right, radio. Uh, you're right. Some people think the Constitution let them do whatever they want. They're just idiots. Um, you're right on that. It's not. It's not a uh, one of those things just because the your constitutional right, and you feel that you can say and do whatever. That's why they always yell, "It's my rights." It's your rights. It's your rights. But because of your action, the consequences that come along with your rights is going to happen too. And that's what a lot of them start talking about. I didn't know that was wrong. You have enough sense to know what's right and what's wrong. Don't uh don't play C now like some people do. They play C now and they know what's right and wrong. Don't do it. That's the way I see it. Don't do it. If you got a question, should I not? No. Or ask yourself this: what would happen if I do this? What are my consequences? And right now, a lot of people finding out the hard way. They finding out the very hard way that it's not good. They're not too pleased about it. That's why they trying to make deals to get out of the domestic terrorists that happened on January 6th. And I'll be glad when one of them speak up. Tell exactly what you know. You might get a couple of years off your time, but yeah, tell what you know. Be a mockingbird. Oh, TK said, "Yep, I heard that in your show Thursday. More power to them." I know Thursday night we had some issues on Instagram. I think I'm gonna try to do it a different way on Thursdays. Um, I need to get with Miss Risky on it. Um, but we'll do something different for we don't have to cut off Instagram. So I got a different way of doing it. So I think it will work, but we'll see. Um, also, uh, like I was saying in Miami, um, oh wow, they said more than 50 people have been arrested and 8 firearms confiscated since Friday night in Miami. So and last night, um, well, early this morning they arrested at least 12 people following following the start of the curfew. And the thing is, um, people are they spraying the pepper balls, and it's like no effects at all. I'm like, man, this is not good. Look like my stream is freezing up. Not sure. We've been having some bad internet service in my area. Um, so not sure why it's freezing up, but hopefully y'all can still hear me. Um, but also, I Miss Risky sent me the story this morning um, about a mother said a white headmaster made black son kneel during apology, and um, kneel during the apology, and it's apparently the young man got in trouble. Think of it. Young man got in trouble at school, and he came up and forced the young man to kneel down, which is crazy. Forced him to kneel down. Um, uh, Trying to make sure we are still on. Okay, it's still saying we're live, but I don't know why my monitor is froze. Radio, if you can hear me, let me know if we're still coming through. I see my internet speed is going in and out, so definitely let me know. But it actually said that in Uniondale, New York, the white headmaster of a New York Catholic school forced an 11-year-old black student to kneel while apologizing to a teacher, and later explained that the punishment was an African way. The boy's mother said, um, and with that being said, Headmaster John Holian. Um, okay, cool. I'm gonna keep talking like as if the stream is still rolling. So I didn't want to just stop. So I appreciate that, radio. Headmaster John Holian of St. Martin de Porres School on Long Island was placed on temporary leave after details of the February 25th incident came to light. The Daily News report. The student mother, Tricia Paul, told the newspaper that her son, Trayson, finished his reading early that day and took out another assignment. Paul said the boy's English teacher reprimanded Trayson for working on the wrong assignment, ripped up the paper, and marched him to Holland's office, where the headmaster told the sixth grader to get on his knees and apologize to the teacher. Paul said she called the school on March 1st and asked Holland if forcing students to kneel was standard disciplinary action. Practice, Holland said it was not, but added that he learned the approach from a Nicaragua father who said it was an African way of apologizing. Paul said once he started mentioning his this African family, that's when it just clicked. Paul, who is a Haitian American, told the newspaper, like this is not normal procedure. I felt there was no reverence at all. Is he generalizing that everyone who is black is African? That's when I realized something is not right with this situation. The newspaper said that after it made inquiries about the forced kneeling, school officials sent an email to parents in Holland had been placed on temporary pending an investigation. I want to assure you that St. Martin neither condone nor accept the action of our headmaster. Acting Headmaster John Conway wrote in an email Friday the incident does not reflect our long established value or established protocol regarding student related issues. Um, the newspaper said Hollins itself declined to comment on the Pacific Paul complaint, saying only that we love our students here and nothing that vast majority are student color. Paul said her normally outgoing son has been reserved since the incident. My son was humiliated, hurt, embarrassed, sad, and confused, she said. He reads about things happening because of your skin color to experience it. He just trying to process it in his 11-year-old brain. Um, that came from the Washington Post, um, which is really crazy that this guy is in a position to do something like this. You cannot put everyone in a box. Just because you're black, you cannot put them in a box. Um, so look like I'm moving again. So I don't know what's going on with the internet, but look like it caught up. So hopefully it stays that way. But yeah, you cannot just put a person in a box and think it's okay to treat them however you want to. It's just not right. Unfortunately, some people feel like some things they do, it's okay. You have to treat every individual different. Um, you can't treat everybody the same. Just because they came from you was told, allegedly told, it came from a African root, that doesn't necessarily mean that's the truth. So, uh, yes, it is. It is. I agree with you. It's out of control, way out of control. That's why we need to change our elected officials here in Texas. Yeah, Greg Abbott, Dan Patrick, Ken Paxton, they have to go. They need to go. So yeah, it's out of control. Abuse of power is out of control these days. That's it. That's the best way we could put it. That's why we need someone who's going to be transparent and be open and be able to serve everyone equally and not just the ones that support them. So yeah, he need to be removed from that position. Yes, he do. Um, this last story that I ran across, which is mm, yeah, we did the story on Spencer, I guess about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago. Did a story on Spencer, the young man that was released from jail right here in Dallas a couple of weeks ago. And then today, while I was doing my research, I was like, okay, ran across the story. Man who spent years in prison sues over withheld evidence. Now, see, the problem with all of this, we say all the time, there's a difference between white law and black laws. It's definitely a difference. Some people don't want to hear it. Some people don't think it is. Some people think everything is just fine. But then you have some black folks that also feel like, well, if they didn't do this, they didn't do that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But Mr. Donna Outlaw spent, and this is out of Philadelphia, um, had already spent 15 years in prison for murder when he found out the man he was convicted of killing had told police with his dying breath that someone else named Shank had shot him. So this man is dying and told the police who shot him. You would think they would have him in have Shank in jail. But it get worse. Radio said people have ended up on death row who were innocent. Some have even died in prison, all because of a lie. And that's what we need to stop. So Outlaw filed a federal lawsuit Wednesday against the city of Philadelphia and two detectives who investigated the killing of Jamar Kelly in 2000. The lawsuit is just the latest example of justice now being sought over faulty or crook police investigation and prosecution in the city from decades before. Outlaw attorney alleged the city and its police department turned a blind eye to the unconstitutional practice by homicide detectives, withholding evidence that indicates someone else's guilt, and intimidating and paying witness to provide false statements. Mm. that hamper outlaw ability to get a fair trial and violate his civil and constitutional right. Mr. Outlaw, wrongfully incarcerated, was the direct result of misconduct by the defendant. His attorney wrote in the lawsuit filed in the U.S. Eastern District of Pennsylvania, defendant improperly used their power and position to coerce witness into making false statement and identification, uh, and to offer sworn testimony that they knew to be false. The attorney wrote, defendant also withheld evidence that would have demolished Mr. Outlaw innocent and deliberate disregard information and evidence that would have demonstrated flaws in the case against him. At Outlaw trial in 2004, 4 years after Kelly was killed, the victim dying declaration that Shank did it was never disclosed. Statement from four witnesses who had recanted or said they signed but never read the officer written statements were still read to jurors, with prosecutor claiming Outlaw had intimidated them out of testifying. Outlaw attorney said in addition to the city, the lawsuit names the two detectives, Jeffrey Pierce and Howard Peterman. Outlaw attorneys say Pierce investigated the case of three other men extradited in recent years by the conviction interrogation unit of the Philadelphia prosecutor officer. So Pierce is being investigated on three other cases that he brought charges up under. But we supposed to accept everything the police say. That's why it's good to have police oversight board, our community oversight board, however they name it. It's always good to have a different outsource on it. A city spokesperson said city official had not seen the lawsuit and could not comment, but confirmed that both detectives were not current city employees. A phone call to a listing appeared when unanswered, and a message left at the listing for Peterman was not immediately returned Wednesday. 21 people have been instructed. 21 in Philadelphia since the end of 2016, 18 of whom were released after investigation by the conviction interrogation unit since 2018, when District Attorney Larry Crusher took office. That's corruption all day long. And these officers should be held accountable. First of all, you falsified documents and then you turned around and testified in court. Y'all need to train. Hopefully, they trade places with Mr. Outlaw. Mr. Outlaw is out, but hopefully, uh, they be held accountable and get a taste of prison themselves. Um, Outlaw wife Monique Solomon Outlaw also posted flyers asking anyone with information to come forward. That was more than 15 years after the shooting, but a witness did come forward saying she saw someone else fire the fatal shot. The new witness testified in 2019 with another witness from from the first trial, who recanted his testimony and described how detective had helped him coerce the story against Outlaw. A judge freed him on bail. At first, prosecutor planned to retry Outlaw, but other prosecutor in the interrogation unit decided there was not enough evidence and the case was dropped. Outlaw, who declined to be interviewed about the lawsuit, has been working with the Philadelphia Anti-Drug Anti-Violence Network, said his attorney Josh Van Nardine, a final partner at VSCP Law. The lawsuit seeks compensation for the time spent in jail, the missed chance at educational, personal, and life experience. Pennsylvania is one of about 15 states that don't have formalized compensation program for people extorted and freed from prison. Philadelphia has also seen more civil lawsuit over wrongful incarceration. At the end of last year, the city had paid out more than $35 million over 3 years, including 9.8 million settlement with a man freed after spending more than 3 decades behind bars for a murder he did not commit. $35 million over the last 3 years. Who you think paying for that? Hmm. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Uh, yeah, when they are watched, they do better because they know they have Big Brother looking over their shoulder. So that's um, that's not good. It's not good neither way because here it is, 15 years, 15 years. This brother have wasted. Y'all have taken 15 years of his life for what? All to solve a case. Instead of doing your job and investigating the case, the victim said who did it. You should have been investigating it. I wonder where Shank at today. Should have investigated. So, as far as I'm concerned, you are guilty. Those cops are guilty. They took a part of this man's life that he would never get back. Never get back. I would too. Like I said, I can spend. I never been to jail. I probably would lose my mind if I went there for a couple of minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, um, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. But some people they do it. I just couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. Um, um, I'm doing a drive by. Well, not a drive by. I don't want to say a drive by. I'm going over to some of the other chat rooms that I normally don't go to. Um, so I'm on Twitch right now. So if you are in Twitch, um, I we've been having a lot of people coming on Twitch watching. So I'm in the chat room right now. You could definitely chat with me on Twitch. Yeah, it take a toll on everybody. Now I don't know if Mr. Outlaw have any kids or anything, but it can take a toll. Can you imagine? Say if he had kids when he went into jail, 15 years of his life gone. The wife, um, the struggle that she had to go through. I don't know how long they've been married, but if they've been married the whole 15 years, which it sounded like they were because they said she put out flyers asking witness to come forward. See, that's the type of wife or spouse that you should want. Somebody who is gonna be in your corner regardless. Um, the cops, they was wrong. They was wrong. They need to be held accountable. They definitely need to be held accountable for the simple fact there was no reason to take um, um, for them to take 15 years of this man's life. And I don't know if he was going in for murder, but whatever it wasn't worth it. T-Cal said parents too. No one wants to see their child behind bars. That's kind of like with Spencer mother. All that time, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he spent um, it may have been like 30 years in prison or something, 30, 35 years for a crime he did not commit. But that mother stuck by her son, stayed by his side, praying with him. And when Spencer got out of jail, he wasn't upset. He was grateful he was able to get out. What people did to him to try to uh, break him or to kill him, he stayed strong. And I'm glad he did. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I could. I don't think I could at all. Um, it would be hard for me to do it. So, but everybody, everybody is we all have our goals in life. Um, so it's definitely I was trying to go over to Twitch and I don't see it on my phone. Um, hmm, I guess I have it in the wrong part. But I was trying to go over there and holler at the people in Twitch because Twitch be on here quite a bit. I know Periscope been on fire quite a bit lately too. Been getting a lot of views on Periscope. So definitely on Periscope come March 31st, we will be moving over to Twitter on March 31st, even though you can see it on Twitter. But come March 31st, um, um, we will be moving over there because they shutting Periscope down. Uh, and also, we're getting ready to come up on 1 year. I believe it's April. I looked at the date that I want to say it's April 4th would be our 1 year anniversary, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be a wonderful thing. Don't know what I'm going to do just yet for the show, but uh, it's always a good thing to uh, celebrate a milestone. Here it is a year, and we're still rolling, and have a lot more coming. This year's just not getting started. It's not even started real good. So we are working on some things, and um, so we're gonna be doing some things here pretty soon. Miss Risky supposed to come up with, she's working on some things for the show. So once we come up with that, you're gonna see a completely switch in the show. Um, so we're trying to get all that together. So um, what else? What else? Seem like I'm forgetting something. I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I love each and every one of you. Please, like I said, I have good days and bad days. Continue to keep me and my family in your prayers. And also, I still have the same offer if someone is struggling with something, because I know it's a lot of people losing loved ones. If you're struggling, you don't have to go through it by yourself. I'm available, but please don't call between 3 o'clock in the morning, because I won't. I will be asleep. Uh, but other than that, you're more than welcome to call if you need someone to listen to you. I'm available to listen. So I definitely do that. And uh, other than that, I will see y'all next time. So uh, did you ever track down that caller on Wednesday? No, I didn't. I didn't. I tried to call back and did not get an answer. So whoever that caller was, um, I'm gonna just say a Detroit area code. That's all I'm gonna say. Detroit area code. Um, you can call me, leave a message, and uh, I will call you back. Leave a message. I will call you back. And if you need someone to talk to, I'm here to listen. I'm here to listen. I'm not here to judge anyone. So um, I'm just that type of person to open myself up because I understand it's a struggle right now. Um, I don't get on social media that much. On days I'm not doing a show, I don't get on it for the simple fact that uh, it make it hard on me when I find out so many friends have lost loved ones and stuff like that. That just kind of set me back. So I try not to spend that much time on it. From time to time, I will come on, do a couple of things, then I'm off. So if you want to reach me, the best way of doing it, send me a DM. Do not put it on my page. I probably won't see it, but send me a DM or reach out to me, and then from there we can I can, if you call, leave a message or shoot me a text, and I will call you back. Um, only if it's serious though. No, no nonsense, because I have been getting some nonsense uh, feedback on some of the shows. But I appreciate all the new listeners, and all the new listeners. Please take the time out, like the page, whatever platform you don't like it, share it, tell a friend, and invite them to come out. We're live Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. So invite them to come out and be a part of the show during the live shows. Um, if you leave comments, I do take times to respond to them. So definitely come out, enjoy the show. If it's something you want us to speak on, let me know and we will speak on it because we're diverse. We're not just about us. We're about helping everybody. So hopefully the show do help different people. I don't care what your background is like. Um, if I can help you or allow you to see other views instead of just one view, that's what I'm about. During the election time, we had a lot of Trump supporters on here. Some of them were faithful listeners. Then when the election happened, they fell off. So, which that's cool. But other than that, hey, I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, I love you. Until then, peace.